Hi, my name is Catherine Marsh, and I will be your guide through this course, SBNM 5040, Diversity and Conflict. I had hoped, as I'm sure you had, to be face-to-face with you this summer, but since we're still on lockdown, I have worked to modify this face-to-face class in a way that it can be managed online. It's not the same course as the online course because I know that's not what you signed up for. I have organized it in such a way that you can pretty much self-manage and work your way through the course. It's Monday, and one of you has already completed the first assignment for week one. So feel free to move at your own pace, except for next week. I would ask you to wait at least until I have narrated next week's PowerPoints. I think that for the most part throughout this course, the assessments that I've provided, the video clips, the articles, book summaries, additional readings, in addition to the texts, will give you everything that you need. And if you keep up with the reading and the video clips, you'll be just fine. But next week, I think you may need a little help with interpreting and utilizing Roosevelt Thomas's framework. So I will narrate those slides. So bear with me. I will have them done before the beginning of next week. And please hold off on getting next week's assignment started before I get next week's PowerPoints narrated. In many of the weeks, I've just removed the face-to-face PowerPoints because I think the additional readings, assessments, video clips, etc., that I've given you suffice, and you really don't need the PowerPoints. The first 3 weeks of this course take you through Roosevelt Thomas and also a number of other ways to take a look at understanding yourself, as well as looking at what it's going to take for you to perhaps overcome some of your own biases and develop strategies for working with and managing conflict, managing diversity in your organizations. Beginning in week 4, we're shifting away from the Roosevelt Thomas text into the Dudley Weeks text, the 8 Essential Steps of Conflict Resolution. I don't really require you to demonstrate knowledge from the reading of weeks until the last 2 weeks of the course, but please note that in your required reading, I've given you assignments to allow you to pace your way through the reading. So even though there is not an assignment or an outcome each week for weeks, please stay on top of the reading or you're going to get behind and it's going to be difficult to do the assignments, particularly the final week when you're writing your paper and need to apply the Dudley Weeks 8 Essential Steps of Conflict Resolution in the paper that you are writing. So stay on top of the reading, even if there isn't an assignment that requires you to show that you've done the reading. During week 5, you will be watching a movie, and I encourage you to do it early in the week or even in week 4 so that you'll have adequate time to process it and do the assignments. The movie is the film Crash. It stars Sandra Bullock and Matt Dillon and a number of other people that you will have seen in movies past. It's a broad variety of conflicts that include a number of diversity mixtures. I think that you will, for some of you it's going to be a hard movie to watch, but I think that with the questions that I've asked you, that really even include the first one in the following week, I think you will find it beneficial to your learning for this course. A little bit about me for those of you who haven't worked with me before. I'm at the end of my 19th year at North Park. Year number 20 starts in the fall. I had 30 years of experience in business and nonprofit management before I came into academia at North Park. I'd worked my way up into the vice presidential level and was a member of a senior team in a technology firm, and then left to do some HR consulting and found my way into adjunct teaching and decided this was what I really wanted to do. Although I had an MBA at that time, went ahead and got my doctorate. My dissertation is on ethical leadership development. I've designed most of the courses in the MOL degree and enjoy teaching this curriculum and working with North Park students. I've lived around the world, 5 years in Australia, 2 years in Japan, 3 years in Germany. Loved the summer that I had an opportunity to teach in China and the semester that I was able to teach in Sweden. My identity has multiple layers, as does yours, which you'll have an opportunity to explore this week in the second written assignment. Please do not hesitate to reach out if you'd like to set up a phone call. I realize that this online business isn't for everyone, and I'm more than willing to spend time with you one-on-one if you think that would help you with the course. I think that's all I need to say for this first week, but again, please don't hesitate to shoot me any questions or request a phone conference. Hope you enjoy this first week.